What if everything you thought you knew about relationships was missing one key ingredient? What if the secret to stronger, more meaningful connections wasn't about changing others, but about changing how you approach them? In life, we often hear about the importance of Stoic philosophy, finding peace through resilience, accepting what we can't control, and cultivating inner strength. But in the hustle of daily life, we sometimes forget to carry these powerful principles into our relationships. What happens when we overlook Stoic practices in our connections with others? The dangers may be subtle at first, but they can accumulate over time, leading to tension, frustration, and a sense of dissatisfaction. Let's take a deeper look at the hidden dangers of ignoring Stoicism in relationships. The first danger is expecting others to control our happiness. As Stoics, we are taught that happiness is an internal state. We cannot rely on external circumstances or the actions of others to dictate how we feel. True contentment comes from within. Yet, in relationships, it's easy to fall into the trap of depending on others for our emotional stability. We might expect our partner, friend, or family member to make us feel whole, valued, or content. When we fail to recognize that we are responsible for our own joy, we place unrealistic expectations on those around us. We may demand validation, attention, or love in ways that aren't aligned with what they can offer. Over time, this can lead to disappointment, resentment, and even conflict. The Stoic approach is to be self-sufficient emotionally, ensuring that our happiness doesn't hinge on anyone else's actions. The second danger is reacting impulsively to challenges. We all face difficulties in relationships, misunderstandings, disagreements, and moments of emotional intensity. Without the steadying influence of Stoic principles, we may find ourselves reacting impulsively to these challenges. When we don't take the time to pause, reflect, and gain perspective, we risk letting our emotions control us. Anger, frustration, and impatience can quickly escalate situations. Instead of responding with measured thought and understanding, we might lash out or shut down. In doing so, we create more harm than good. Stoicism teaches us to take a step back and examine our emotions before we act, allowing us to respond with calmness, clarity, and wisdom. By embracing this practice, we can transform moments of conflict into opportunities for growth. The third danger is failing to embrace impermanence. Nothing in life is permanent, not our relationships, not our circumstances, not even our emotions. While it's natural to want to hold on tightly to the people and things we love, Stoicism teaches us to acknowledge the fleeting nature of all things. By accepting that change and loss are inevitable, we can approach relationships with more grace and appreciation. When we forget this lesson, we may become overly attached or fearful of losing those we care about. This fear can lead to possessiveness, insecurity, or anxiety, which can strain relationships. Instead of clinging to what we cannot control, Stoicism encourages us to appreciate each moment fully, knowing that everything we experience is temporary. By doing so, we free ourselves from the constant stress of trying to control outcomes and instead embrace the present. The fourth danger is avoiding self-reflection and growth. One of the most subtle yet significant dangers of ignoring Stoicism in relationships is failing to examine our own actions and behaviors. In the heat of emotional moments, it can be easy to point the finger at others, blaming them for our unhappiness or frustration. However, Stoicism teaches us that the only thing we can truly control is ourselves. The Stoic asks, what can I learn from this situation? What is within my power to change? When we take the time for self-reflection, we open ourselves to growth. Instead of seeing challenges as attacks or setbacks, we can view them as opportunities to evolve and improve. When we fail to practice this level of introspection, we miss out on the chance to become better partners, friends, and individuals. By embracing self-awareness and accountability, we cultivate deeper, more resilient connections. The fifth danger is neglecting the importance of patience and perseverance. In the fast-paced world we live in, we often want instant results. This desire for immediate gratification can also spill over into our relationships, causing us to expect rapid resolutions to conflicts or challenges. But Stoicism teaches us that growth, both personally and in relationships, takes time and effort. It requires patience, endurance, and the ability to weather difficult moments without losing sight of the bigger picture. When we fail to exercise patience in our relationships, we may make hasty decisions or give up too easily. We might view challenges as insurmountable rather than upbeat.